Hello and welcome back to the PowerKPIs Getting Started course series. In this session number 4, we will learn how to create a KPI tree using predefined parent-child relations embedded in our dataset. Tree layouts are another form of displaying your KPIs with a particular focus on how they relate or contribute to each other. In this example dashboard, we can see a KPI tree with operating profit on top and a selection of other KPIs contributing to our profit further down the tree. Each card has values for actuals, for the budget, and also the automatically calculated versus previous comparison. We also applied different chart types, in this case line charts for KPIs that are displayed in currency values like operating profit, costs of goods sold, and OPEX, and we also have bar charts for KPI cards that display normal numeric values like net promoter score or basket size. We can also see that some lines are solid and other ones are dotted. This indicates hard and soft relations in our tree. Soft relations can be used to display logical relationships between KPIs, while hard relations display direct relation and impact. We can also extend or collapse each tree level by using these buttons. And we can also use dashboard filters. Additionally, we can also use the action menu in the top right of the canvas to switch between tree layouts, grid layouts, and a tabular view. Before we create our first KPI tree together, let's quickly take a look at the data structure. The relationships that will define our tree are stored in two separate columns, metric and parent metric. The metric indicates the value that we are looking at. The parent metric indicates the according relation. And this is all we need. So let's go ahead and create our first KPI tree. For this, we simply create a new worksheet and give it a name. I will just go ahead and call it KPI tree PC for parent-child. And then, as always, we access our marks card and open our PowerKPIs. From here, we pull in measure names to measure names, measure values to measure values, and our date pill onto the date field. Since we want to display one card per metric, we simply grab our metric pill and pull it onto dimension. We quickly adjust our filter since we only need to have the metric value pill, so we unselect count of extract. And then we also switch from years to months. Lastly, similar to the previous video, we also have a scenario pill. We can use this pill to distinguish the different KPI value types in our dataset. In this case, if we quickly inspect our data, we can see that our scenario column indicates budgets and actuals. To use this scenario, we can simply go ahead and pull this into detail. The extension automatically realizes that there seems to be a scenario field, so we can just simply select this option here. The last thing we need before we can create our tree is our parent metric pill, which we can also simply grab and pull into our dimension field. To finally create the tree, we simply head over to the configuration menu. In the select layout section, we can switch from KPI grid to KPI tree. The extension then gives us 3 options to choose from. Option 1, predefined tree. Option 2, build your own tree. Option 3, decomposition tree. In our case, since we have the metric and parent metric embedded in our data structure, we can go for option 1, predefined trees. In the next videos, we will also explore the other 2 options, build your own tree and decomposition tree, so make sure to watch those after you've finished this video. For now, we will go ahead and select option number 1. As the last step, we have to determine the column which indicates the parent metric, and we need to adjust the big angry number role and the chart roles. So we can simply head over to this drop-down menu, parent KPI dimension, and select our according data pill, the parent metric, and down here we can adjust the titles of each metric. We have our budget and our actual, and then also switch roles. We want our actual value to be the main value for the big angry number and the chart, and the budget should be our comparison 1 value. Click Save, and we can see that the tree has been constructed, and we can also expand the tree by clicking the buttons. The last thing to do is to apply some KPI card formatting and conditional coloring to make it look nicer and also make it easier to analyze and interpret. We can find all formatting and coloring options in the Style KPI Cards menu and the Format Notes and Links menu. For a detailed tour of each menu section, feel free to watch video 2 of this playlist. The first thing we will do in this example is we will head over to Style KPI Cards and adjust the different metrics formatting. Because right now all the metrics are displayed in the exact same way, we don't have any currency symbols and so on. So let's go ahead and start with COGS, cost of goods sold. Inside the menu we have lots of different options which we can play around with. The first setting to consider is the steer type. The steer type basically represents the interpretation logic behind the metric. By default it is set to higher is positive. Since COGS is a cost metric, the logic should be the lower the better, since we are always trying to reduce costs. So we can simply go ahead and choose this logic, lower is positive. This influences the conditional coloring of the card and the comparison values. We will also go ahead and apply a different number formatting, in this case currency, and also change the chart type to a line chart. Down here, we could also go ahead and change the relationship type with the parent KPI. Since cost of goods sold is directly related to operating profit, we can leave the hard relationship as it is. We could also add a label to the link between COGS and operating profit in this case, add a description to the KPI card, or we could include additional links that could direct our users to other dashboards that have more details on our cost structure, for instance. And this is our first KPI card formatted. We simply click Save and can see the changes in the KPI card. Let's quickly fast forward the configuration of the other cards. After all cards are formatted, we can click Save and see the changes. The last thing we want to adjust is the color scheme and some conditional steering coloring. To do this, we reopen the configuration menu and head to the third menu point, Format Notes and Links. In the Themes menu, we can choose from a selection of default color palettes. I will just go for the colorblind save option here. And lastly, I will enable steering color. Steering color basically means the cards will be colored in accordance to the variance of the comparison values. You can choose if the border of each card should be colored or the whole card itself. In our case, we will go for the whole card. Click Save. We can go ahead and expand our tree again, and that's it. We successfully created the first KPI tree using parent-child relations. In the next video, we will learn how to create a KPI tree manually without parent-child data fields. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and a comment and consider subscribing to our channel.